My name is Sven and you're watching Pulse. Today I've only got Starcraft news for you guys and girls, but at the end of the week I'm gonna have the normal Pulse episode with the Starcraft, Diablo and Warcraft news included. There was just way too much Starcraft news this week, so I thought I'd try a preemptive strike this time. We'll see if that works out later this week, but for now, enjoy Pulse 20.5, I guess. On to the news. Let me just start the Starcraft news with a little quote. That puts Starcraft 2 Heart of the Swarm tentatively on schedule for April or March 2012 release date. About when we were expecting the game anyway, going by previous estimates from high-level Blizzard employees. In a recent talk at the GDC Online in Austin, Texas, Greg Canessa of Blizzard Entertainment told Starcraft 2 fans that they would have to be very, very patient. The reason for that is because the first expansion of the RTS title is a good 18 months or more away. That means, as I mentioned before, we may well only be seeing Heart of the Swarm in 2012. I guess we must all just hold thumbs that we get something really interesting at this year's Blizzcon to keep us busy till 2012. You can find the full article in the links below. Blizzard Entertainment has just announced that the greatest band in the world will be playing during the ending ceremony at this year's BlizzCon. Who is that, you ask? Well, it's the hardest rocking duo on the planet, the band made up of the musical visionaries Jack Black and Kyle Gass. Tenacious D! Okay, carrying on. Blizzard has also reminded us that buying a virtual ticket will allow you to see them live on stage during the ending ceremony. That's all pretty exciting, and you can see the full press release below. Blizzard is currently having a 48-hour pre-sale on their online store of items that we'll most likely be able to find at this year's BlizzCon. So if you're a BlizzCon ticket holder, you can head on over to the online store right now to buy any of that cool BlizzCon merchandise. The pre-sale ends October 12th at 12 o'clock, so by the time the show's uploaded, it might actually be too late. I hope you got what you wanted in time. The Jinx War Reporter contest is still running. Blizzard are definitely sticking to their guns here and keeping the competitions coming, and more importantly, keeping the prizes coming. The winners for last week's theme, Cheese Please, have been announced, and the new theme for this week is Pornage. I hope you're all getting your brains working thinking of what you can do to win that next t-shirt. Good luck. Mike Morhaime, the CEO of Blizzard Entertainment, has recently addressed the Starcraft 2 community in South Korea about several issues that have arisen since the game's launch. The open letter addressed to the Starcraft 2 community in South Korea pretty much just covers what Blizzard has planned for Starcraft 2 and the Battle.net in the future. Chat channels, pro and semi-pro leagues, a bunch of improvements to broadcasting of Starcraft 2 in South Korea, and much, much more. It's great to see the guys from Blizzard personally addressing their most loyal fans. It's a good read, and you can find the full letter in the links below, in English. The well-known LEGO artist Peppa Quinn has made some really amazing LEGO models of some of the more popular StarCraft 2 units. Below you can find a video of an actual StarCraft 2 LEGO battle taking place, as well as some pictures of really intricate unit models. Probes, drones, Helions, Medvacs, Banshees, Marines, you name it, it's there. It's definitely worth checking out. Let's see what's been happening in the tournament and event news. The Terran player Lucifron took the 26th Craft Cup this past weekend by defeating the Protoss player Naniwa in the finals with a score of 3-1. The Terran player Brat OK took the Go for SC2 Cup number 45 this past Sunday. He faced off against and dispatched the Zerg player Dark Force in the finals with a score of 3-1. The Terran player Shu won the 9th Craft Cup this past week by taking down the Protoss Bishu in the finals with a score of 3-0. Craft Cup Light number 5 was held last Wednesday, the 6th of October. Pureball managed to take down Phalo in the All-Terran finals with a score of 3-2. Shu is on top of the Nvidia Gosu Gamers King of the Hill for another week. This past Saturday he faced off against the Zerg player Dark Force in a best of 7 series. He managed to take that quite convincingly with a score of 4-0. His next opponent has not yet been announced. On the 14th of October, the Protoss player Naniwa will face off against the Zerg Idra to see if he will be able to retain his title of King of the Hill. There are some big prizes involved, and this event is totally sponsored by scsource.com. The whole event will be streamed live via their website, and you can find more details below. In an all-Terran finals at this past weekend's Intel Extreme Masters, held at Comic-Con in New York City, Phoenix managed to steal the win. He took down well-known player QXC with a score of 3-1 to secure the first place. This does however mean that both Phoenix and QXC qualify for the global finals, which will happen in March 2011. More on that later though. The Nordic EPS is currently still underway with big names Madfrog and Thorzane currently in the lead. The French EPS is also going strong with Sarens currently top of the logs. Every 2 weeks the Cyborg SC Inside Cup will feature a booty of €200 and hardware prizes. There will also be a raffle at the end of the season to win a hardware bundle with €450. The first cup is scheduled to take place on Sunday the 16th of October. You can find more details about that below. The Portuguese gaming organization Online Kingdom has announced a new tournament called Battle to the Throne that will feature €500 in prizes. They'll be holding various qualification tournaments around Europe where players can earn spots in the grand final, set to happen on the 18th and 19th of December. It sounds like it could be fun, and that is a lot of money. The first qualification rounds are set to start on the 16th of October. You can find more details below. MLG have announced a number of details pertaining to their Dallas event, scheduled for the 5th to the 7th of November. The event will feature 128 players and a prize pool of over $6,000. That sounds really exciting, and I hope they get some proper casting and streaming set up for that. Cloud has managed to take down Naniwa in one of the qualifying rounds for the IEM Europe Season 5. Apart from that match, there'll be more going on in the following week, so keep checking back here for more. If you missed my previous announcement of Fruit Dealer winning the GSL, not to worry, you can find a nice little recap on the Team Liquid forums below. In that post you can find a highlight video of some of Fruit Dealer's more impressive moments throughout the GSL. It's really cool and definitely worth checking out. With the qualification rounds of the second season of the Global Starcraft 2 League underway, there's been a lot of information streaming in. The biggest question on everyone's minds though, who managed to qualify and who didn't? Firstly, all the information I'm going to be giving you now is from a really cool post over at the Team Liquid forums, so if you don't want to listen to me babbling, you can head on over there to check that out yourself. Thus far, a couple of big names have failed to qualify. Ortosis, Jinro, Heypro, Silla and Moon, just to name a few. The qualifiers are not yet complete, so there may well be a few more disappointments in the days to come. There are, however, a couple of big names that did make it through, and they are sure to provide us with ample entertainment. Idra, TLO, Zenio, Cool, Clyde, Check, Sync, Lin, Boxer and Nada have all managed to qualify. I really can't wait for the big games of the second season to get underway. With all the excitement of the first season and all the huge names entering the second season, I have no doubt whatsoever that we're going to be entertained to the max. So be sure to check back here in the coming days for more information and try to hop onto those live streams when you can to watch a few of those games yourself. A new team league has been set up by Korean computer parts seller Brainbox. The Invitational will be broadcast on GOM TV from the 13th to the 16th of October to fill the gap left by the GSL. There are big prizes up for grabs and a lot of great Korean StarCraft 2 teams involved, so you better check that out in the links below. As usual, drama and entertainment aplenty in the player and clan news, so let's check that out next. Lim Hyo Hwan, the Emperor, perhaps the most famous esports competitor of all time, has picked up StarCraft 2. I know I'd mentioned his name before, but I hoped you'd missed it. Boxer has even qualified for the next season of the Global StarCraft 2 League. You can find out more about his change to StarCraft 2 below, and even read a few quotes from the man himself. He says the main reasons and motivations for his return remain his fans. He's an amazing showman and never fails to entertain. A quote from Boxer, with love. I want this fire, strength and excitement to be felt by all fans, and I will try my best for it. This is my main goal as a pro gamer in his 30s, different from my goals in my 20s. I haven't quit as a pro gamer, I am merely changing to StarCraft 2. Heartwarming, I absolutely can't wait to hear more from Boxer and see more of his games. So below you can find a lot of info on Boxer's return, interviews, pictures, videos and much more. Enjoy! In a recent interview with Fnatic.com, TLO spoke about his experiences in the GSL, his life in Korea, and about how he may well change his race again soon. To Zerg, if you were wondering. You can find the full interview and more details about his qualification below. Select loves StarCraft 2. It's true, he said it himself. The pro gamer was recently interviewed by Team Liquid and told them how much he loves playing StarCraft 2 and what we can expect from him in the future. Sadly, Select won't be playing in the second season of the GSL, but he does say that he will try and make it into the third season. You can read the full interview below, courtesy of Team Liquid. Nada is retired from pro gaming. Now, it's not as simple as that. Nada didn't retire of his own volition. This wasn't his choice. What it comes down to is he was pretty much stripped of his rank and all his accomplishments in Starcraft Brood War. Wait, is that even possible? Never mind. He can also not participate in Kespa associated events for the next 3 years. So after all that silliness, Nada has officially switched to Starcraft 2 and is participating in the second season of the Global Starcraft 2 League. Tying in with that, Lee Nada Yoon Yul. Yes, I know I just spoke about him, but try pretend that I didn't. Nada, one of, if not the most decorated Starcraft Brood War player out there, has joined OGS. He'll be competing in the Global Starcraft 2 League with them, but won't be moving into the OGS house just yet. Some crazy Korean Starcraft 2 player, or players, yes, it was bound to be the Koreans, have managed to get every single achievement currently in Starcraft 2. A total of 4,960 achievement points. That's just madness. You can read more about that below. Big names Fruit Dealer, Tester and Check have shared their opinions on Dustin Browder's announcement of the next Starcraft 2 patch 1.2. The responses from the players concerning the patch are quite diverse and pretty extreme. You can read the full Q&A below. There's a bit of local news going around this week, so let's check that out. The Pantheon player Num is the new Grudge Love King of the Hill. As Mint Kreeflever's new challenger, he managed to dethrone the Zerg player with a clean 3-0. Num proved to everyone watching and listening that his Zerg mirror was not to be trifled with. He played incredibly well and fully deserves his spot at the top. You can find the replay packs or VODs of the best of 5 below. You can also find more information about the next Grudge Love Saturday over at the dedicated page on miton.co.za. PolarfluKe 10-10-10 has been concluded and we have our winner. Bravado player Chase walks away with a #1 spot and a brand new AMD CPU. The Protoss player Chase faced off against fellow Protoss Dreamer in the finals and managed to take it with a rather impressive 3-1. Dreamer took the first game, but Chase bounced back and took the next 3 consecutively. The finals were pretty amazing and both players definitely gave it their all. The top 4 from the event were as follows: Chase, Dreamer, Vaksharai and Quantum. So that's 3 Protoss and 1 Terran player. I'm not going to go into too much detail about the event. There are lots of local sites that did cover it and I'll throw some links below. I just want to say thanks to the guys over at PolarfluKe for running this event. That's Fluke, Alcardu and Blooms, and thanks to Gridlock for helping me cast the event. I'm going to be uploading the VODs of the games we watched on the Tales of Lumen YouTube channel, so I apologize in advance for the video spam. So be sure to keep checking back at the Tales of Lumen YouTube channel for those games if you're interested in them. So that's it, a great weekend of Starcraft 2. Keep checking back at polarfluke.co.za for more updates and information. That's all I have for you guys this week. As I mentioned before, this was just a mini show to try and make my recording at the end of the week a little bit easier. As usual, thanks to all the new subscribers, and I'm sorry if I missed a few pieces of news, it's really crazy at the moment. Like it, favorite it, share it, and subscribe. But most importantly, happy Starcrafting.